I have played many indie games because they are just so good. Today we will be looking at the greatest of them all, one that plays around with the concept of heaven and hell. I have fallen in love, not only with bloody hell, but also with the character, the NPCs, the enemies, the bosses. They are all just lovely. But I have especially fallen in love with the Dutch developers. I'm also Dutch, so I really like that. Bloody Hell is a bullet hell metroidvania created by 3 Dutch students studying at the HQU University. In the game you play as a freedom pigeon, tasked by God with a mission to defeat Satan. The thing I love about this game is that most of the NPCs in heaven are bird themed. You have a swan, a tit bird and a chicken. I just love these guys. The freedom pigeon is the last of the archangels who can defeat Satan. To complete this mission you will come across many enemies, encounter bosses and defeat strong enemies. I say this because the first boss transforms later on in the game into 2 bosses, and I think this is just a strong enemy here. The way you fight in this bullet hell is by using your halo. It will shoot bullets at enemies that will hurt them, like all bullets do. However, when you travel you sometimes have parts where the enemies just have too much health, or where you will encounter a lot of them. But before we talk about that, we must first talk about a few systems, mainly about your lives and such. You will start the game off with 3 hearts. If you want some more hearts, you can either find them or buy them from a shop. Then there's also the skull you can fill with demon's blood. This is called rage. Attack an enemy and it will fill. If you attack an enemy a lot, of course it will die. When it dies you can get some bones that you can use for payment to buy medicine. Or to buy some blood vials. These blood vials are upgrades for your halo. Like I said, you can buy some, but you can also find them scattered around on the map. Oh yeah, and with the skull, if you have fully filled it with demon's blood, you can use a unique slow down time feature. For the achievement hunters between us, make a satanic star using that mode if you want to get an achievement. With the amount of achievements this game has, I think this will make a perfect game for achievement hunting. You also have a halo feature you can use later on in the game. This one allows you to load up a laser beam that takes 3 turns to charge. With the first charge you do small damage to an enemy. With the second charge you can break down rocks. And with the third charge you do the most damage. So sometimes if you aim well you can insta-kill some pigs. I love this feature. I mostly use it to damage enemies that haven't noticed you yet. Or enemies that have noticed you and then just can't reach you, but the laser can reach. Then you also have the amazing map. Because this game is inspired by some metroidvanias, the map is one big connected world. This makes it so you can backtrack and find secrets or upgrades that you need. It's a lovely map, it reminds me a lot of the map you see in Hollow Knight. Because it's so big, you have these portals that make it so you can easily travel around the map. Kind of like the Stagway. I have already talked about this a bit, but there are stores where you can buy things like blood vials, medicine for your cursed hearts, or boxes for your blood vial table. There are a total of 5 stores, 2 in heaven and 2 in hell. But in hell you also have something what is not really a store, but you pay money, so that also counts as a store. The following feature you already have seen a bit of, but most of the time when you teleport to one of those portals on the map, there will be an alchemy table where you can use blood vials filled with blood to upgrade your halo. It begins with 5 slots, but can be upgraded with the items you find throughout the world. You can also reset the slots in the alchemy table. This way you can use your best upgrades to defeat the bosses. I love all these features, but the most beloved feature are the chickens. There are 18 in total, or 19 if you also want to count the mother hen. Whenever you find all these chickens, you get an egg as a reward. This egg will transform your bullets into little chickens. Not a very useful upgrade, but it sure is fun. I think this is a wonderful game. It for sure is the best game I have played in a while. What I might have liked even more than the game itself was the interaction with the developers if you joined our Discord. It is safe to say that this is a love project and people have worked carefully on it. On the release, of course, there have been a few bugs, but they have been dealt with very fast. Because the game itself is free, it would be a shame if you didn't try it. Another free game that I recommend is Helltaker. Click here if you want to see all about it.